Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to J. Lewis Bogus Stadium here in Harlingen, Texas, as the Harlingen Southhawks play the PSJA North Raiders. My name is Wayne Lowry, and I will be your play-by-play announcer this evening, and I'm joined in the studio with Matthew Cavazos. Matthew, what are the keys to the game?
Harlingen South really needs to come out and get a hot start. They did last game. They had it going. It was 21-7. All of a sudden, a couple mistakes. First game, they're going to smooth that out. I talked to Coach Ritchie pregame. He said he's going to try to cut down on the mistakes, cut down on the turnovers. But really, they want to get off to a hot start and make their presence felt from PSJA.
Awesome. So the Harlingen Hawks started off strong last week, and then the second half was not what the Hawks expected. But after talking to the coach, you feel like they are prepared to make adjustments?
Oh yeah, I think they are prepared to make the adjustments because Coach Ritchie, he's always about adjustments. Making the halftime adjustments that are needed, getting his players inspired, and they're ready. They watched the film. They're ready to go. It's a now experienced team. Last year they had a really young team. They had a really young team, sophomore quarterback, junior receivers, and now you have a lot of upperclassmen, seniors playing all around the field. You got a junior quarterback who now has a year under his belt, and it's going to be an interesting home opener for the Southhawks.
Well, we're getting ready for the kickoff in just a moment. Looks like PSJA is getting ready to take the field.
On the Southhawks, they need to come in with their defense. They've started off with a new defensive playbook. They're learning how to grip that defense. It was the same defense they ran at George Ranch, but Coach Ritchie didn't want to implement it until they got the offense down. And so now he has enough confidence in the offense to institute this new defensive playbook for the Harlingen Southhawks. And it's going to be interesting to see their new layout. Last year they ran a 4-3 with Brandon Bennett and Sky Tatum on the sides, and now they're gone. Now they're going to run a 3-4 with a nickel corner, a dime corner, or 4 linebackers.
Well, we're excited to see the new defensive setup, and it looks like the Harlingen Hawks are getting ready to kick off as we prepare to open this game. And the whistle's blown, and they are ready to kick off. Number 83, Jose Lerma, is getting ready to kick off.
Yeah, they have kind of a triangle return system here. They have one man back around the 5 and 2 men on either side at the 10.
So the kickoff is kicked to number 3 is taking it. He's at the 5, the 10, the 15, 20, past the 20 up to the 27-yard line on his return.
Yeah, really all he could do, he just grabbed it and ran straight upfield. It looked like he didn't even go left or right at all. Not even a small angle. He just went straight up the middle, tried to get as many yards as possible.
Quickest A to B is a straight line. So I guess he just wanted to go straight ahead and not risk those Harlingen Hawks coming down and hitting him for a minimum gain.
And this is the first time we're going to see the PSJA North offense. I haven't really looked into them as much as I could have, but it looks like they have Isaiah Rangel running the quarterback position.
They've got 2 receivers on the right. It's a quarterback keeper. Over to the right side. He's past the secondary. Oh, it's a fumble on the field. Oh, it's recovered by the offense, by number 3.
That's an interesting first play. They run out with a read option. They see that they were going to the running back. The quarterback kept going. An arm tackle came in, hit the ball out of his hands. It flipped behind him. The quarterback tried to turn around, but thankfully for them, there was another offensive player right behind him that just slid down and scooped the ball up.
Senior Beltran, number 3, was there to save the day and keep the ball in the hands of the North Raiders. They're lining up. Looks like they've got 1 receiver to the left, 1 receiver to the right, tight end, 1 single back. And it's a pass over to the left side. Number 25 slips and falls down. Got about 5 yards there. Could have had a few more if he had stayed on his feet.
Yeah, just a simple out route. He went out, caught the ball. He tried to cut back. He just slipped, lost his footing, and now they're down, and it's 2nd and 5. And they're really taking their time here. It looks like they're coming out, just trying to sustain a drive. and put time on the defense that they have to stay on the field.
Raiders are lined up with 4 receivers, and he's a handoff. Oh, he's stuck to the line. He's trying to fight, but it looks like he's going to be for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard, depending on the spot.
Yeah, and it looked like a swarm of orange came in, knocked him back a little bit. He tried to cut back upfield, gain as many yards as possible, but there were still some more orange jerseys that he had to get through, and he just couldn't power through those guys.
Looks like a substitution coming in as we are now 3rd down with 6 to go on the 43-yard line into Hawks territory. Raiders are set with 2 receivers on the right side. Quarterback's ready. It's another quarterback keeper to the right side. Oh, looks like he got hit by number 7 by the Hawks. Cortez. It looks like, again, another, looks like no gain.
Yeah, David Cortez out there. He's one of the only sophomore. He's the only sophomore on the team, actually. He came in, found his gap, avoided the block, and took down the quarterback from the knees.
Well, it looks like the Raiders are getting ready to decide what they're going to do. Let's see when they get to the line if it's going to be a punt or they're going to go for it. Looks like they're going to go for it. 4th down and 4 to go. 2 receivers to the left side. 1 single back. Quarterback's ready. And the snap. He's taking it right up the middle. It looks like he's going to be close to a 1st down, depending on the spot. Let's see if they give it to him.
Yeah, right there, the offensive line did a really good job for PSJA North, pushing the trenches back further so that the quarterback didn't have to feel the contact until he got to the 1st down marker. It looks like they're going to call, it looks like a timeout.
They're going to measure.
Okay.
It's close.
Official timeout. Here come the sticks as they're running down the field. Get a good measurement.
I think it's going to be a couple inches short, but we'll see where. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be real close and just a few inches short. Hawks ball on the 37-yard line. Now we'll get a chance to see the Hawks offense, see if they can get to a good start.
Yeah, now the South Hawks offense, they have David Torres, who, like I said earlier, has a year under his belt now, and he has experienced receivers. Last year, they were plagued by injuries. Running backs, number 27, George Alisea. He was a big back. He ran 200 yards the first 2 games and then was out for the season after that. And so they've had a lot of...
Quarterback, it's the snap and handoff to the right side, to the 40, 3-yard gain, a modest gain. But again, a little bit of movement can go a long way. Just keep those positive yards.
Yeah, like I was saying, last year they had a lot of difficulties with injuries as about 2 or 3 of their running backs went down. Their scat back, as we like to call him, Emilio Quiroz, also went down. He was there. He had a really successful 3 games until he went down with an injury, and we didn't get to see him back to his full potential.
The Hawks are getting ready to line up. It looks like we've got 3 receivers on the right side. On the left side, number 8, Torres with the ball. It's a pass to the tight end with a great gain all the way to the 38 on the Raiders side. Who was that received that? I missed. Was that number 44?
That was it looked like Brady Bennett, number 88.
Number 88.
He's their big tight end. That's what they teach you. Go to the sticks, turn around. He turned around, got the ball, turned back around, and just saw green and said, why not, right? He took off.
Hawks are lining up with some momentum. They got motion in the backfield. It looks like it is a handoff up the middle for some great yardage, about 7 yards on the carry. Number 3, Corbin Hendricks with the carry.
And David did a really good job of faking that handoff as it looked like he pulled back. I thought he had the ball for a while there, and then you look back and there's a big pile up at the 43-yard line where Hendrick got another 5 yards or 6 yards until he was finally taken down.
The Hawks are ready, and here's the snap. He's looking deep, looking over to the left side. It's caught by number 15. He's pushing, and he's trying to, and he gets knocked out of bounds.
And there's Derek Delgado. He was their number 1 receiver last year. Now he's a senior. He's back. He's a captain. They throw it to him. He makes a couple moves, tries to get as many yards as possible, and now they're down here 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
It's already a quick snap. It's a handoff over to the left side. Number 11, he's down to the 5, down to the 2. Looks like he's pushed out of bounds around the 2-yard line. That's number 11.
Yeah, and there goes that scat back again. Number 11, Emilio Quiros. He's back. It's his senior year also. He wants to make a big impact on this team. And so now they have the ball down at the 2-yard line.
All right, the quarterback has it. It's a handoff again, right up the middle. Is it in? Waiting for confirmation. Touchdown. And the Harlingen Hawks with the first to score in the game.
Yeah, the Whitecap gave us the official calling. As Quiros, he's really a short back, and he just crawled his way in there, and no one really knew where he was until the pile came up, and he was down there past the goal line, clearly in. Touchdown, and good job by the Harlingen South Hawks. A good drive, couple pass plays, and Torres looks a lot more mature and a lot more calm than he did last year.
They're getting ready, and they're set up for the extra point. It's up, and it's good. The Hawks early on the board, 7-0, with 7:28 left in the quarter. It looks like we have a flag on the field.
I think it was an offsides. I saw a defender jump. We'll see if that's the correct call here. And it was an offsides, and they're just going to decline it, take the extra point. And so, what did you like from those two possessions, or those two drives from Harlingen South, both offensively and defensively?
Well, defensively, what you saw is some good aggressive play. They definitely were not afraid to go into the face of the offense and show them that this is their home turf. On offense, you got to say really good mix-up between running and passing, keeping the defense guessing where they're going to go with it.
Yeah, I thought they had, just mixing them, keeping them honest, as I like to say. You can't just run the ball every time, because then the defense will expect it and pack the box. They'll put 8 people inside the box so that you can't get any yards rushing. And so a real good mix. Last year they couldn't get that good of a mix with their injuries and with the sophomore quarterback, but now a good, healthy team, and you could see that they have really improved from last year to this year.
Looks like the Hawks are getting ready to kick it off after their opening drive touchdown. Number 83 kicks it off. It's a good kick. It's a deep kick. It is out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, there's not much you can really say about that play. He just
kicked it hard.
Except he has a really strong leg. He kicked that into the letters at the end zone, and it bounced out.
Well, it looks like we have another flag on the field. Let's see what that's all about.
And I know it wasn't an illegal kickoff because it didn't go out of bounds before it went into the end zone, so we'll see what happens here. So offsides on the Hawks, so they're just going to add to the touchback, which comes out to the 25. With the 5 yards, they're going to take the ball at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Raiders for their next offensive possession.
Well, the Raiders are starting with good field position at the 30. They had some early momentum and then were stuffed once they got onto the Hawk side. So let's see what the Raiders do this possession. They've got 2 runners behind. It's a pitch to the back field. He's got number 3's got the ball. He's running to the 35 where he has stopped. 5-yard gain.
I just want to point out something you don't see every day. They pitch the ball and the quarterback comes out and lead blocks into the gap. Usually you tell your quarterback, hey, stay back.
Don't get hurt.
Don't get hurt. If there's contact, just try to stay away from the pile up, But he's out there sacrificing his body to get as many yards as possible.
Raiders set up again with 2 tailbacks and 2 receivers. Quarterback's getting ready. Here's the snap. Trying to draw the Hawks off line. Oh, and it looks like, let's see if they call a false start here.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's a false start and a 5-yard penalty on the North Raiders. So that sets them back 5 yards. So they're going to be back to where they started, now 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to draw the South Hawks offsides, and a little bit of miscommunication. The offensive line wasn't completely knowledgeable of what was going on, and one of them jumped, and then that resulted in a 5-yard loss.
4 going to you in 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Here they come. Number 28, ready.
No, it looks like a timeout on the field. The Raiders are going to take a timeout and see if they can figure out what's going on here. You know, they came back on their second drive, and it looked like it was a good start with a 5-yard running play, but then they hit another wall. False start will set you back every time.
Yeah, they started off good the first drive also. They came out 2 big plays, got first downs, and now they were taking their time, and then the 4-down turnover on downs. The Southhawks really stepped up their defense, and it looked like it was going to be the same thing, a nice start to their drive until they got set back by their false start. So now it's basically a loss of a down.
Right.
So 2nd and 10. They really need to find a way to get 10 yards in 2 plays instead of the normal 10 yards in 3. And that's what they're taking the time out about, to figure out how they're going to run their plays.
Looks like they're going to set up a little different. Looks like an I formation, maybe an offset tailback there. It's a pass play. He's got it tied in. Little far, little long, right over his head. Is there a flag? No flag. It looks like they're going to go to 3rd down, 3rd and 35. It is just an incomplete pass. It looked for a moment there might be a holding call on the defense.
Yeah, and it looked like there was some contact. You know, I'm not going to say that there wasn't, but I think the pass was just a little too high, and so they said it's uncatchable. It's uncatchable anyway. So the pass interference didn't really affect the result of the play. That's really a referee's judgment, and that's what the ref said. That's what the ref called. So
yep,
stick with what he says. That's why I'm.
So here we go. It looks like they're set up with a 4-receiver set. Tailback to the right, quarterback keeper. He's cutting to the right side, trying to break some tackles. Not quite to the first down. Looks like he's going to be about a yard short on to the 39-yard line with that quarterback keeper.
And he makes a real good effort. You know, he broke a couple tackles, like you said, got all the way down 9 yards until he was finally taken down. So now it's 4th and 1 at their 39-yard line, and it looks like they're bringing out the punting unit for the first time today.
This is good news if you're a Hawks fan. Looks like you'll start this next reception with some good field position, assuming the punt. It's not a fake punt or anything. All right, here's the punt. It's a short punt, and it hits the defender or the punt team.
Yeah.
It hits the Raider player and dead on contact. And now we have a flag. We have a player with his helmet off. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, it looked like there was some extracurricular going on there. We didn't really get a good look at it. I was more surprised about what was going on about the punt. He kicked it really short. They were running down to go get it, and it looked like he shanked it, and it hit one of the players in the back, and so it was dead on contact. And they have the ball at around the 45 now, barring this penalty, whatever it is.
Well, the Raider players are on the field. They're ready to play where the ball landed, but the Hawks are still on the sidelines waiting to see for the call.
Wow. Okay. Well, so the penalty was after the ball was pronounced dead. Number 5 for the Harlingen Southhawks grabbed his helmet and threw it at the opponent.
And he has been ejected from the game.
And he's also one of their captains. You know, he's one of the players they look up to and a big player on the field. So we'll see how that impacts the rest of the game for the Southhawk defense.
It also takes away quite a bit of that large gain on the punt return. So now they're set at the 28-yard line, getting ready to start this second drive for the Hawks.
And they're waiting for the refs to move, so they can snap the ball. Here they go. David Thoda's waiting for the snap, calls a man in motion, takes the ball, hands it off. He's going to the left side, finds a gap, keeps going, breaks a couple tackles, and he's all the way down. He made up for the punt return, and a little more now. He got down to the 44-yard line.
Just like that, he is showing his teammates that he is there to stay, and he's going to carry the load and again try to support his teammate.
Yeah, and before the season, Coach Ritchie was talking. I think he had an interview with Aaron, talking about the running backs, and he said he wanted to go running back by committee. And I'll continue that after this play as they snap the ball.
And then we got a running right up the center, number 3 again, with another 5-yard gain. It's really steady running game so far. The Hawks have not been stuffed, have not had a loss at all.
Yeah, and the running back by committee, he wants to pull in Hendrick and Quiros, both of them, because he says the defense is going to be tired, and we want fresh legs running the ball. Just keep pounding it and putting it up to them, up to the defense to make the stop, which results in wasting a lot more energy.
So the Hawks are set up again with 2 receivers on the right side. Here's the snap. It's a roll to the right, looking for a receiver. There's no receiver. Oh, he finds him out in the corner with a gain over to the 42nd yard line. The reception is number 15 for the Hawks. Delgado with the reception and a large gain to give the Hawks a first down.
And that's what I like to call football improv, as he was rolling out to the right. A good block by the running back, number 3, Hendricks. And he really did not get a nice block, pushed the defensive lineman back out. Dodas rolled around him, ran up, was almost at the line of scrimmage, thinking about going in for a run, and he found Delgado right in the corner, right where the sticks are, right where they tell you to go if the quarterback's rolling out. So good job by them.
So the Hawks are ready, and here's the snap. It's a handoff to now to number 11. He's fighting up the middle. He's pulling his tackler, but don't worry, Hawks fans, he got plenty of yards, about 6 yards on that carry.
Yeah, Quiros, not the biggest player, definitely not the biggest player out there on the floor, but I like to call players like that the scrappers.
Yes, the scrappy players that just are going to do whatever they can to get the extra yard.
Yeah, whatever they can to get those yards, whatever they can to keep the fight going, you know. I've seen a lot of those players come through these programs, and he's one of those players.
There's motion in the backfield. Quarterback's handoff. Again, really good deception on that handoff to number 11. Got another about 3 yards to put him about 2 yards short, 2.5 yards short of the first down. So now we're down. Hawks are down to the 3rd down with 3 to go. Well within Raiders territory.
Yeah, that was the same play they ran earlier with Hendrick, but they gave it to Quiros instead, and now it looks like they're not going to have a running back. Oh, just kidding, they are.
They've got a running back. They're set with receivers on each side. It's a handoff right up the middle. They hand it to a bigger running back, number 34. Number 34, Muniz. Not quite enough for a first down, so it's going to be 4th down with about a yard and a half to go.
And they're going to go for it.
They're going for it. They're set up.
Stand by for it.
Oh, there's the offsides they were going for. It's going to be a first down.
Free play. Threw it up to his big man. Tried to let him get a couple of yards. Try to gain a little more extra yards, knowing that he had the first down. But let's just make sure what the call is the Whitecaps, the Zebras, are meeting in the center of the field. And it is offside, so that's 5 yards, and that's the Harlingen South Hawks' first down.
And here we go. The Hawks have another chance as they get a fresh set of downs at the 28-yard line. They're getting set up. They've got 2 receivers on the left, 1 receiver on the right.
4, stand by.
Here's the snap. It's a pass to the left side, over the head of number 15, outside the stretched arms of Delgado. 2nd down and 10.
That's just a little overthrown. It looked like all the receivers went deep, and there wasn't really a dump-off option. So I think his real reasoning for making that throw was just throwing it away and saying, okay, let's regroup. Let's get it on this down right here.
So here we go. The Hawks looking over the sideline, looking for a play. Looks like the play has been called. They've got, looks like 2 receivers on the right side. Motion receiver running to the left. It's a fake to the left. It's a handoff to the right. Number 3 gets quite a few yards. Looks like about 7 yards as it's 3rd down. Let's see where they spot it. Well, that was a little ambitious on my side. 5 yards as it's now 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, he really did a good job just trying to follow his blockers, try to get as many yards as possible, and that's what he did. They only came up with 5, but here we go with another down to try to get the next 5.
The Hawks are ready. Here is the snap. It's a pitch over to the right side. Did his receiver have a chance to grab it and pull it in? It is a complete catch. Great job by number 12.
And a really good throw. A real nice strike. It was double coverage, but it looked like it was a curl, and he caught it right at the sticks. Go to the sticks and turn around. Gabriel Pettis, first reception of the game, and really the first time he's been mentioned since I've been up here in the booth. So
there you go. We got two receivers on the right side. Here's the snap. Torres is looking. He is getting, he's sacked in the backfield by number 99 on the defense. Number 99 is a senior for the Raiders.
And Torres tried to really evade from the left side rusher as he was coming in, so he rolled out to the right and then cut back left, and as he turned right, he saw another big man and said, I'm going to try to get out of here, but couldn't get out of there soon enough.
That was really the first time that Torres has had any pressure on him. It set the Hawks back, now 2nd and 19. Torres is rolling to the left with the little pitch. Over the shoulder of his receiver, number 27.
Yeah, it was a really quick throw for someone really so close to you. It was definitely a catchable ball, but for a fullback, can't really expect him to make that kind of a catch. But
with 36 seconds left in the quarter, it's 3rd down and 19. The Hawks are going to try to at least get into field goal range. It looks like they're on the outside of field goal range. We'll see what they decide to do after this play. They're setting up with a receiver on the left side, the slot receiver on the right, in motion. Torres with the ball, a fake handoff. He's rolling back into the number 11, was able to get a few extra yards, get him a little closer, but not nearly enough for a first down.
Yeah, 2 fake hands off on a design screen. That was an interesting play call. And he goes, and it could have worked, but a couple missed blocks, and it came back, and Keels got taken down at the 25.
Looks like they're going to let the clock run out with 8 seconds left to go in the quarter. Time is about to expire, and when it does, the Hawks will end this quarter up 7-0 against the Raiders. What are some of your thoughts as far as the highlights of this quarter?
Well, for the Hawks, they've really dominated time of possession here. The PSJA North Raiders have had the ball for about 3 minutes. Hawks drove down the field, 3 and out for the Raiders, and now they still have the ball. They haven't even completed 2 possessions or the South Hawks haven't even completed 2 possessions, and it's still the end of the first quarter. And also, the PSJA North Raiders, they really did a good job on offense until really on that first drive, they just got stopped. They just got stopped by a good South defense, a good defensive stand, right? And then this last drive, penalty, that false start penalty killed their momentum. They had a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5, good room to work with, and then false start, incomplete pass, 4th and 1.
Yep. Well, let's see how the Hawks finish off this drive with 4th and 12. They have the wind, a little bit of wind going against them, so let's see what they decide to do.
It looks like a timeout. Is that an official timeout? Looks like they're fixing the sticks, making sure we're all set up and ready to go to start this second quarter.
Well, the Hawks will have an opportunity here to either go for it and push the Raiders back if they don't get the touchdown, or again, the chance to go for 3. So let's see what the Hawks line up to do. They're lining up at this time. Looks like they're lining up to go for it. Torres is set. Here's the snap. He's rolling out to the right. He's looking. Number 15, right on the inside of his hands. A little bit of contact, but not enough for a flag. It's a turnover on downs as the Raiders will now take the field with their first chance of the second quarter on the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Coach Ritchie didn't believe that they were truly in field goal range, so he said, let's go for it. They ran the play correctly, came out to the sidelines as Torres was rolling out. It was a straight pass. It was just off the fingertips. I would say the throw was a little too far out, and so it just resulted in an incomplete pass and turnover on downs.
So the Raiders are set up now, slightly different formation. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap and handoff up the middle, wide open. Number 3 has plenty of room. He's fighting through the tackles. What a run by number 3, all the way down to the 49-yard line. What a powerful run by their senior running back, Beltran.
Yeah, Arturo Beltran really took that ball from the 25-yard line to the 49-yard line, 24-yard gain, and he really did a good job avoiding the defense. I know that sounds really simple and it sounds like their job, but sometimes it's a little harder than it looks.
Well, it's a little bit easier for them when they had all those receivers pulled the defense of the Hawks away from the line. Here's the snap and the pitch again to number 3 over to the left side. Not going to get as much, but about a short 2-yard gain on a reception. He's now to the 49 into Hawks territory.
Yeah, he got met at the line of scrimmage, both right on the outside, right into the sideline, and just put his shoulder down and tried to just go upfield. Ended up getting 3 yards off of that one.
Raiders are lining back up, getting ready. They're sending 3 receivers to the right with 10:53 to go in the quarter. And here is the snap. It is a handoff again, right up the middle. Number 3 pushing. He was hit right at the 1-yard line. What a hit on defense.
Oh, yeah. He was running full head of steam. He had one man right in front of him, and he said, I'm going to try to run him over. And David Cortez decided to not let that happen, put his shoulder down and pushed the running back, actually.
Yeah, it wasn't enough to keep him from the first down, but definitely he's going to feel it and maybe think about it a little bit more as he runs right down the middle. And the Raiders are lined up again. Here's the snap. It's a fake handoff. Number 28 to the right side. He's got size. He's got speed. He got tripped up by the defense, but not before giving the Raiders another first down.
Yeah, he just followed his blocks. Really good job. Really faked out the defense. They thought they were going running back again. Ran out to the right, found a gap, cut up, and then just finally got tripped up and now got taken down at the 27-yard line.
Raiders are getting ready to go. On this play, they are at the 26-yard line, looking with 3 receivers on the left side. Here's the snap. And again, a handoff right up the middle. 10 yards, 12 yards, 15 yards. What a powerful run by number 21 from PSJA North Raiders, Gonzalez, with a fantastic run.
And they're really doing a successful job running right up the middle. The trenches don't look like trenches. They just look like flat land that the running back's able to run into. They're really doing a good job just pushing the defensive line away. And it allows the running back to get into the second level and make some moves, gives him space to do his thing.
Well, they're doing it again. They're set up again with the spread with 3 receivers on the left. A fake handoff, but there was no one there to hand it to. So he got a few yards on that run. It was an option, but there was no one there to option to.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication. He was running, and he was like, okay, I'm going to pitch it. And then the running back didn't turn around, so he just kept it, tried to gain yards. He might have lost some. I don't really know for sure.
Looks like a gain of 2, maybe. 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2? I don't know.
But it wasn't much.
Yeah.
It wasn't much.
It wasn't the most successful.
Raiders are trying to put their first points on the board as they are well within Hawks territory. Now on the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. It's a pass over to the left side. And he is still on his feet fighting, but stuffed at the 5-yard line.
And that's what we call the running back turned receiver. Starting running back Arturo Beltran. He turns into the slot running back and takes it, gets it. But I really want to commend the Hawk corner from the other side, the Harlingen South Hawks cornerback, from all the way to the right side. It wasn't his man anymore. They threw the ball, and he took off towards the ball and met the receiver as soon as he caught the ball.
So here the Raiders are lining up at the 5-yard line with 3 on the 3rd down with 5 yards to go. It's touchdown or bust. It's a running play right up the middle. And again, number 3, like he's done all day, runs straight ahead. And this time it's for a touchdown.
Yeah, they run it right up the middle, and they try to stop him right before the goal line. They did hit him, but his momentum just carried him forward just a little more. and the ball crossed the goal line. And so that results in a touchdown from PSJA North.
So just like that, the Raiders are going for the extra point to see if they can tie this game at 7. Here's the snap. The kick is up. It's good. And we're all tied up with 7:55 to go in the first half. Hawks 7, Raiders 7.
And this is the glimpse that we got in the first quarter. You know, in the first possession for PSJ North, they really relied on the run. They did a really good job. Not a lot of pass plays. I actually don't think they had a single pass play this drive. Just a lot of options, a lot of outside runs, a lot of inside runs, right up the middle, and really just finding a way to make room and take it and just gain as many yards as possible. They're really relying on the running game, not the arm of Rangel, but really his legs.
Well, what you're noticing is I think they found a secret to defeating the Hawks. That's to spread them out and use the size of the Raiders to just run right up the gut.
Yeah, that sounds like the strategy they're using. Pretty good deception on that one.
So right here we have the Raiders getting ready to kick it off after their first touchdown of the game. The ball is set on the tee at the 40-yard line. The Raiders are set with 5 on each side of the kicker. Number 16 is getting ready to kick it off. He's making sure the kicking team is kicked, and it is kicked, and it's deep. Is it returnable? It's returnable. He's up. The receiver's got it up to the 20. Little past the 20 before being brought down. Number 2 for the Hawks, Austin. Hey, I know that guy. Austin Montalvo.
Austin Montalvo, yeah, he got the ball, tried to run up the middle, saw a man coming to his left, tried to cut right, but it was a little too late as they brought him down, wrapped him up, brought him down at the 21.
It's always interesting when you're calling a game and all of a sudden you recognize the name of the person you know. And you say, hey, I know that guy.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Well, it happens to you.
Yeah, I'm
you
a
know
student
all these
here,
people.
But
yeah, you know all these people.
I have classes with a lot of these kids.
Well, his parents are my friends, so there you go. All right, the Hawks are lining up. Here's the snap. The quarterback's got it over to the right for a short pass and a short gain to number 27.
Yeah, number 27 just ran the fullback flat. Looked like the safe option, the dump-off option. They gave it to him. He looked upfield, ran upfield, and then got just low tackle, gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4, so here we have the Hawks second down with 6 to go, 7:21 in the first half. Hawks are ready. They've got 2 receivers to the left, a receiver to the right. It's a handoff to the right side. He's cutting in, out, almost up to the 40. Looks like short, about to the 38-yard line. Another great run by number 3, Hendricks.
Oh, yeah, really good job following his blockers. And really, he didn't get touched till he crossed the first down marker. And then after that, he carried the ball and carried a couple defenders a good ways until he was finally taken down.
So now we have the Hawks. It's like we have a celebrity walking up the steps here.
Mr. Celebrity.
Looks like we got a couple celebrities. And here's a running play over to the right side.
The ball carrier number 3, quarterback Hendricks up the middle.
Hendricks up the middle, over to the right side. We've got a gain of a couple yards.
Yeah, Hendricks came up the right side, just tried to follow his blockers, put his shoulders down, gained as many yards as possible, and now the South Hawks are here lining up for their second play of the first down. I don't know what to call it. I don't know for sure.
All right, second down and 6. Here's the snap and the handoff right up the middle. What a good run, straight up the middle. Looks like they're taking a play right off of the Raiders handbook, right up the middle. Just about a yard short from the first down. 3rd and 1.
And there's that guy, Mr. Scatback, Emilio Quiroz, finding his way into the gaps. And he really turned what should have been a 2-yard gain into a 6-yard gain, in my opinion. So now it's 3rd and 1 as they line up here. Quiroz is in the backfield with David Torres.
David Torres is getting set with his receivers bunched up. He's got one on the left, motion on the right. There's a flag on the field. There's a run on the right. It's a first down if the flag doesn't take it away.
Yeah, we'll see what the flag is, but if it does stand, it's going to be a first down at the 49-yard lines of PSJA North, and so they'll be in technically PSJA North territory.
Let's see what the call is. Offsides, the defense, and they're going to wave that away. So just like that, the Hawks have the first down.
And here we go. They're bringing in a new player, number 2, Austin Montalvo, to come in at, it looks like, slot receiver.
The Hawks are ready. They've got their play. They're looking at the sideline. We've got a receiver, slot receiver on the left side. Another receiver, so 2 on the left. Receiver, tight end on the right. It looks like Mr. Bennett on the right side. And it is a handoff, or is that a keeper? I missed who got the ball.
It looks like it was a handoff. I think it was to a new player. I think it was number 14, Israel Balboa. Oh, 34.
34.
34, Orlando Muniz. Orlando Muniz. We saw that name earlier. And so here they go, lining up again, 2nd and 7, down at the 46.
The Hawks are ready. They're looking over the sideline for any changes. And here is the snap. There's a pitch. Oh, right over through the hands of Montalvo. A quick pitch to the receiver, the senior receiver, but through his hands. So now we have 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, it was a quick pass. Came out. He got the ball, looked up, saw him, made the throw. It was just a little over his head. And here we go, the coaches giving the play from the sideline. And that's something that you don't really see very often. They're not running a huddle. They run it. We'll do signals. The quarterback gives it to the line, and the receivers know the signals.
There's motion again on the left. It's a handoff to the right side. He's missed the tackle, keeps running, stays on his feet. It looks like he may be just a few inches short of the first down. Let's see where they spot it.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he did a really good job. He was running, following his blockers, found a defender, made a move, avoided that tackle, and then cut back upfield. And now it's 4th, and I'd say half a yard.
It's, 4th and half a yard. They're lining up for it. It's a handoff. He's got the first down easily. Number 3, again, Hendricks right up the middle for a first down. Hawks are first down on the 30. Looks like the 37-yard line where they're going to spot it. With under 4 minutes to go, this may be the last drive of the half.
Yeah, they hand it off to their big man as they know it's 4th and 1. Let's give it to the big guy and let him pound his way through.
Now the Raiders have 2 timeouts, so let's see how they use it at the end of this half. If the Hawks get to a 3rd or 4th down, they may try to stop the clock here.
Yeah, like you said, just over 3.5 minutes as they snap the ball.
It is a pass over to the left side. Oh, it is incomplete. It was an immediate hit to against number 12, and he did not have a chance to bring it in. So it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, he got the ball. He barely had his hands on it when he was popped by the Raiders defender. And we'll try to get a number for you on that replay, but it was a nice hit, and it jarred the ball loose, and it just ended up incomplete. That
stops the clock, so with 3:25 left. Let's see, there's flags all over the place. Are they calling it dead? I don't think they're calling it dead. Yeah, looks like they're going to let the play go.
There you go. What a veteran move by David Torres. He had it, drew the defender off sides, got the ball. Everyone thought the play would be called dead. Throws it up to Delgado, who's wide open. The corner was really not paying attention until the end when the ball was in the air. And so
I think they were confused. The defense, everybody thought the play was dead, but it wasn't dead. The only ones that knew it was still alive was the receiver and the quarterback and the cornerback. So the 3 players involved in the play. Just like that, the Hawks have another first down. It's a handoff to the left side, number 11. Oh, he's cutting back to the right. There's only 2 players to beat. Oh, short, just short. All the way down to the 1st yard line.
And I don't think I've seen a single arm tackle bring this guy down.
It takes a few. And here is another run up the right, but there's a flag, and I think they're going to call this a false start. And it's a false start.
Yeah,
a little bit of movement.
It looked like the offense wasn't completely set up, so when they heard the snap, they jumped a little bit, and so now
never got set.
Yeah. Yep. Now they're going to have it at the 6-yard line, And Quitos, I think he broke about 4 tackles on that last run, 4 arm tackles. They reach, try to bring him down, spins him around a little bit. He just runs straight where he was spun to.
Well, if you're a Hawks fan and you want a half glass full, that might be a good situation. They're going to run it a couple of times, take some time off the clock, and hopefully get a touchdown. He's rolling out to the right after the snap. He's rolling. It may be keeping it. He's going to get a little bit closer, make up about half of that, all the way down to the 3rd-yard line, 2nd down.
Yeah, he rolls out to the right, looks for the open man. There wasn't really an open man. Made a move on the defender at the line of scrimmage, cut up field, got to the 3-yard line, and now they're down 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal with just 3 to go. So let's see what happens here with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. The Raiders have 2 timeouts. Let's see if they're going to use those after this play. Here's the snap and a handoff on the right side. He's got plenty of room. Is he going to make it to the pylon? Let's see what it's called. The call is a touchdown. Touchdown, Hawks.
And that looks like it's Orlando Muniz. He makes a carry, fresh legs, like we said earlier, running back by committee. They hand it to him. His fresh legs carry him to the corner before any of the defenders can react and get to him in time. Good job by the Hawks. Outside run, touchdown. Now there's 2 minutes left, and here they go. They're going to go for the extra point.
So here we go with the Hawks up 13-7, looking to add an extra point to make it a full 7-point spread. The kicker set, ready. Here is the kick. It's up, and it is good. And just like that, here in J. Lewis Bogus Stadium, the Harlingen Hawks at home are up 14-7 with 2 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, real good, solid drive from the Harlingen South Hawks as a couple runs and a couple breaks with penalties. I think they had a 4th down conversion this drive. And so just to tell you how long this drive was, they got the ball with 7:55 left. And now there's 2 minutes. So it was a good 6-minute long drive of just solid play calling and smooth. It was just a smooth drive overall, in my opinion.
And this is the kind of game that the Hawks are going to win. Games that it's a lot of ground and pound, a lot of running, a lot of taking the time off the clock. These are the type of games that this Hawk team is built to win.
Oh yeah, they're not a team where it's high-paced, air raid. They'll break off a big play every now and then, but they don't play quick. They don't play with the no huddle. Sometimes they'll get a quick snap off, but that's if they just gotten a big play and they have a lot of momentum going in. So now we'll see if the Raiders can get something going, get something on the board with 2 minutes left on their what looks like to be last possession of the first half.
And keep in mind that the Raiders do have 2 timeouts, so if they can move the ball, one thing we've seen is they can definitely put together several large runs. In this situation, you're thinking it's going to be a lot of pass plays, but with 2 timeouts, they may hand the ball off. So let's see what happens here. Looks like the Hawks have, they've mixed it up with a different kicker. It's kicked to the 20-yard line. And he is running sideline to the 25 where he has stopped. A lot of yards, but not many yards forward.
Yeah, he ran about 15 yards, just
gained
not
5
upfield.
Yeah.
He ran a good lateral movement, but he only went upfield about 5 yards.
So the Raiders will have a little under 2 minutes, 1:53. We've seen them run 15, 20-yard running plays. I expect they're going to set up with 2 receivers on each side like they've been doing. And I think the Hawks should be prepared for that run. We have a penalty on the kicking team, so the Hawks are giving up an additional 5 yards. So the Raiders will be set up at the 31-yard line with 1:53 to go. So let's see what the Raiders have in store. They do have receivers two set on each side. It is a handoff right at the middle. Number 3, he broke 1 tackle, but he didn't break a 2nd tackle. He got 10 yards, but also the clock will keep running unless they call one of those last 2 timeouts. The time is running, 1:41. And the quarterback's ready. Here's the snap. It's again a handoff to the left side. This time he is caught in the backfield for no gain.
Yeah, really met at the line of scrimmage by the swarm of orange. And you can tell they're trying to snap the ball quickly. And this is... Oh, they're going to call a timeout. And this is their formula to win. No matter how much time is left, they don't have the same talent in the air that they do on the ground. And so they're going to stick to what they're good at. And last time it got them down the field relatively quickly. And if you try to no-huddle that rushing game that got them down the field, it was about 15 yards a carry at some point during the last drive. So if they can recreate that, they might have a chance to get into field goal range and possibly can get into the end zone.
Well, something we're seeing right now is that the Raiders are looking at they're looking at 9 yards to get another first down opportunity. So it's going to be 2nd down and 9. There we go. 1:31 remaining. They have 1 timeout left. So let's see what they do here. They really can only run one more running play and stop the clock. So this may be one of those opportunities where they're going to fake the run and pass. Now they have 3 receivers on the right side. So look for a pass play. There it is, rolling to the left. It's a pass play just outside of his hands, but even if he caught it, he'd have been out of bounds. So now we've got 3rd down and 9 with 1:25. Not much time went off the clock, but another down did.
Yeah, the throw was just a little too far to the sideline. He had to really extend for it, but he was already out of bounds by the time he could get his hands on it.
So we've got the Raiders coming up to the line. 3rd down and 9. Let's see what happens here. If they run the ball, expect the Hawks to call a timeout because they'll have a good chance at getting the ball turned over. It is a running play by the quarterback keeper. He's running but nowhere to go. The ball is out. Just like that, the ball is out. The Hawks have the ball. Let's see if they call him down by contact or if the ball was loose. Looks like they're going to say down by contact.
Yeah, it looked like the ground knocked that ball loose as he fell down. Arms kind of open, and so when he landed, his arm was on the side, not underneath, and it popped the ball out.
And just like that, the Hawks call a timeout to stop the clock with 1 minute to go. Now it's 4th down and 6. The Hawks are thinking maybe we have a chance to get a stop here, get the ball, and put more points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they have 2 timeouts left, so wherever they get the ball, they have a chance to come down the field. And you don't necessarily have to be thinking touchdown. You know, even a field goal would put this game up 2 scores instead of 1. A 17-7 lead is much better going into the half than a 14-7.
Absolutely. Now, getting back into the half, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Hawks are going to receive. They're going to receive on the second half.
Oh, yeah, I was about to bring that up because if they could score here, then they'll get the ball again, which
and
can
expect another 8-minute drive.
Yeah, and then the Raiders might get the ball in the 4th quarter. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
With how long they can run those drives out.
So the Raiders are lining up here for a punt attempt. They're set up for a punt. Let's see if it's what they're gonna do here. Here's the snap. The punter has it. It's a really nice punt. Fair catch is called at the 21-yard line. So the Hawks will take the field at the 21-yard line. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
That's every time someone says that, I always think of that quote from that movie. I mean, it was a classic.
And just like that, the Hawks have an opportunity with 54 seconds remaining. Let's see if they can get in field goal range. Again, their strength is also in the running game. So last thing the Hawks want to do is just throw it up and get it picked off in a pick 6 while they're this deep. So it is a running play. Let's see, over to the right side. Lots of flags all around in the backfield. It looks like there was probably some holding. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, usually on a running play, especially out to the outside, if you see more than one flag come in, that's usually a sign of holding or block in the back or block below the waist. Usually an offensive blocking penalty. And there it is, the holding. So they're going to be going back 10 more yards, and they're just going to – I would just run out the clock here.
Yeah, right here there's really nothing you can do except for cause yourself some grief. So we've got 47 seconds left. First down and 20, deep in their own territory. Let's see what they do here. The play clock is at 22 seconds. They did call it. It is a running play. It's up the middle. A little surprising there that they didn't let all that clock run, but here we go. Let's see if they just...
Yeah, now it's second down. The Raiders only have one timeout, so it looks like they're just going to take this one into the half, come back out, and start again.
So, and they are letting this clock run out. So the first half is going to come to a conclusion in just a few seconds. What are your thoughts so far on the Hawks' play?
The Hawks have done a really good job offensively. 2 really long drives that have really resulted in those 2 touchdowns. Like we were mentioning, 1 4th down conversion deep into the territory, and they missed that one. So 3 drives have gone deep into PSJA North Raiders territory. So they've done a good job. Time of possession, they really won that battle. So just overall good, no mistakes, minimal turnovers.
So we are going to the half. We are here live at J. Lewis Bogus Stadium in Harlingen, Texas. I'm Wayne Lowry with Matthew Cavazos, and we will turn it over to the half. We'll see you in a bit.
your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it till you try to do that conga beat. Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm of the music getting stronger. Don't you fight it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the true pride of the Tri-City District, your PSJA North Raider Band. The Raider Band is a 5-time UIL area marching finalist and a 2-time UIL state marching participant. The Raider Band will perform the first 4 movements of their 2018 show, Pirates. Movement 1, The Adventure Begins. Movement 2, Battle at Sea. Movement 3, Walk the Plank. Movement 4, Gypsy Rose and Air for Eventide. Color Guard officers include Captain Jalen Aleman, Co-Captain Danny Galvan, First Lieutenant Marcy Galvan, Second Lieutenant Victoria Ruiz. The Raider Band is led by Drum Majors Anaí Ortiz, Josue Marin, and Head Drum Major Hector Cabrera. Ladies and gentlemen, put your nachos down and your hands together for the PSJA North Raider Band.